When I tell you that I absolutely fucking love Victoria Neuman as a character, I am not kidding. Like this episode, first off, first off, Claudia Doumit is fine. Like fine. There's a scene that happens that for whatever reason my brain took me back to Batman versus Superman, and it's a scene where Starlight turns around and she punches her, and Newman lands on the floor, and she just has like this crazy hot look on her face that made me think of Wonder Woman when Doomsday punched her, and like she turns around and she looks at Doomsday like, fuck yeah, I can do this all goddamn day. I love that type of shit, okay? The fact that she rolled up on that farm with some bleach level Reiatsu, that she rolled up on that farm with some Sakuna level aura, where she's not even in the room. Because at first, when they walked into the room, I thought that they all got infected by the virus. I was like, y'all gotta be the dumbest crew imaginable. That there is a virus that can kill soups. You're unsure whether or not that virus actually can affect humans, and you're walking into a lab with no protective gear on in any way, shape, or form. So when their noses all started bleeding, I was like, oh, y'all got infected. Y'all are dead. Now y'all gotta look for the scientist to see if he can whip up some type of cure in order to save your lives. And then 3 seconds later, she walks into the room, and I was like, yo, did she sense their blood inside the room and cause them all to have a nosebleed to announce her arrival? Oh, that's some boss level shit. That is some Jujutsu Kaisen level aura right there. Because I was like, yeah, no, she's one of the she in my opinion is one of the best written villains on this show. Like nothing against Anthony Starr, because you guys know that I praise him and I glaze Homelander on on a weekly basis in regards to this show and what that man brings to the table. However, right now I would say that she's the best written villain that The Boys essentially has, because she has so many layers to her character. The fact that 1 minute when she first walks in, she's the ultimate threat. She's the apex predator. She can kill every single person in this fucking room. And then she sees Edgar and she's a mad teenage girl who's angry at her dad. And then she's like the scared teenage girl who's afraid that her dad's about to die, so she saves his life, and she's trying not to use her powers around her secret service detail because she can get blitzed. Like, she can use her powers to pop one head. I'm assuming there's a limit to how many heads she can pop. Like, she can't pop all the heads at the same time. She has to focus on one. And those things were flying around at like Mach 2, especially the fucking vampire sheep. The vampire sheep were out of control. They were just doing way too much in this episode. But not only do you get the teenage girl rebelling against her dad, you also kind of get the young woman who wants her father's approval. That everything that she's essentially done is to essentially gain Edgar's approval to show him that she's not like only this monster or only this weapon that he's essentially created and sent out into the world to do his bidding. She's actually like, she's a woman. She's his daughter. She wants him to look at her in that loving way. And to Edgar's credit, I feel as though Edgar falls into the category of one of those characters who loves deeply but is really unable to show that love. Because when he was basically told about Zoe, he was just like, "No, I gotta get my grandbaby away from her mama because my baby girl tripping, and she's she's essentially putting my granddaughter in like this crazy level of danger." But going back to Victoria, it's the fact that she plays everyone essentially against each other, and it kind of takes to step in to like dead the situation and get everybody back on task, where she preys on Starlight's insecurities about the fact that, like, her ever since she beat the hell out of Firecracker, her powers have essentially been on the fritz. It's basically the Spider-Man 2 thing, where was it Spider-Man 2? That was definitely Spider-Man 2, right? Spider-Man 2 with Doc Ock, where he wanted to retire from being Spider-Man, or he was kind of losing faith in himself. So he kind of got I remember what he called it in Far From Home, which was a web block. He basically got a web block and he couldn't use his powers. She's basically dealing with that as well, where she's self-doubting herself due to her entire world essentially imploding while Huey's off dealing with his own thing. And I just love that. Like, I love the fact that she's like that antagonist that you love to see on screen because she plays off of everyone so well. Homelander really only plays off of Butcher. Like, that's it. And Huey to a certain degree because he fucking despises Huey's guts, but he really only plays off of Butcher really well. Their dynamic is really well done. Newman, on the other hand, plays off of everyone. She plays off of Butcher being like this crazy drunk who's willing to sacrifice his entire fucking team. She plays off of Huey's former relationship with her and the fact that she kind of wants to go back to being that other person that she essentially was. She plays off of Starlight's insecurities. She notices that Frenchie's a fucking junkie, that some shit's going on with Kimiko. I love the fact that no matter which member of the team you put in front of her, she operates with them in a completely different and unique way. Starlight's antagonistic. Like I said, Huey is like a brother sister type of bond. Butcher is just utter despise, but they both realize that they need each other for the unique set of skills and power that they both tend to have. It's fucking great. This is just another character that we're going to be glazing in regards to this fucking show because Claudia Doumit is doing a fantastic job on this show as Victoria Neuman, and I'm really going to be sad when I hope she makes it all the way to the final season. Like, I want her character to make it all the way to the end, to get all the power that she's ever wanted, to achieve everything that she essentially wanted to achieve, and then have it snatched away from her at like the last second. I really feel as though she really is going to end up being kind of like the Icarus villain of the show, which is they're going to fly extremely close to the sun, almost reach the destination, almost be able to reach out and touch that ultimate power that they want, and then instantaneously get snatched back to reality and probably fucking killed. But let me know what you guys think about Newman. Like I said before, she's one of my favorite characters on the show. She is right up there for me with Homelander, and I'm in love, absolutely in love with Claudia Doumit in every way, shape, and form. Let me know what you think. Comment down below, and I'll catch you in the next boys video. Peace.